And in the heart of the Hidden Leaf Village, there lies a legacy that few fully grasp. Uzumaki Clan and their mastery over sealing techniques. Their influence in the fabric of Konoha has been profound yet subtle, weaving itself into the very essence of the village's strength and resilience. Imagine an ancient tapestry where each thread represents a clan in Konoha. The threads of the Uzumaki Clan are interwoven so intricately that they often go unnoticed, yet their presence is felt in every stitch. The origins of the Uzumaki Clan trace back to the mystical land of whirlpools, where they honed their sealing techniques over generations, developing a mastery unparalleled by any other clan. Their techniques, passed down through the ages, were more than just tools for containment. They were guardians of secrets, vessels of power, and safeguards against chaos. The Uzumaki Clan's contributions to Konoha's defense cannot be overstated. Their seals protected the village from unseen threats, hidden dangers lurking in the shadows. But what are the true costs of these powerful techniques? How have they subtly altered the fabric of Konoha over time? In this exploration, we will uncover the layers behind their legacy, peeling back the surface to reveal a deeper understanding of how the Uzumaki Clan's sealing techniques have shaped and potentially burdened Konoha. We journey through history to understand not just what was done, but how it has woven into the intricate patterns that make up our world today.
In the intricate tapestry of Konoha, there are threads that weave through time, connecting the past with the present. One such thread is the ancient art of sealing techniques, a legacy deeply rooted within the Uzumaki Clan. Imagine for a moment, you're standing in an old library filled with scrolls, each one containing secrets and stories passed down through generations. Among these scrolls, there are some that belong exclusively to the Uzumaki family, detailing their mastery over sealing jutsu. These techniques weren't just about containment, they were tools of protection, guardianship, and power.
The origins? They stretch back to a time when magic and reality intertwined in ways we can only dream of today. The Uzumaki Clan, known for its red hair and exceptional chakra control, harnessed the mystic energies of nature itself to bind and release forces unseen by most. Think about it. What would it be like to hold within your hands the ability to seal away any object, living or inanimate, into a small container? In ancient times, these techniques were used to protect villages from rogue ninjas or dangerous beasts. They also served a more personal purpose, storing precious memories and items safely for generations. But with every great power comes responsibility, doesn't it? The balance between using sealing techniques for good and the potential misuse can be a thin line. This brings us to the intricate web of consequences that these powerful methods might have woven over time into the very fabric of Konoha itself.
Let's ponder on this. How much do we truly understand about the long-term effects of such potent jutsu? Are there hidden costs, subtle shifts in the balance of power and trust within our beloved village? As we delve deeper into this topic, let us approach it with a curious mind and an open heart. The journey to uncovering the mysteries behind the Uzumaki Clan sealing techniques promises to be both enlightening and perhaps a bit unsettling. And so let's continue to explore these ancient arts, not just for their utility, but also for the stories they carry, waiting to unfold with each passing scroll we unravel. Long ago, in a time when the world was young, and the village of Konoha was just beginning to weave its intricate tapestry of history, there existed an ancient clan known for their mastery over sealing techniques. The Uzumaki Clan, with their deep roots in mysticism and power, brought forth knowledge that would forever change the fabric of this hidden village.
Their arrival was marked by whispers of awe and suspicion. It is said that they came bearing scrolls filled with secrets, each seal a testament to their lineage's strength and wisdom.
The immediate impact was felt through a series of small yet profound changes in how Konoha approached its defense and growth.
Imagine the first time these techniques were demonstrated before the elders and the young shinobi alike.
There must have been an air of curiosity mingled with fear, as the power of sealing chakra into objects or beings was something both wondrous and terrifying. The very ground seemed to vibrate with a newfound energy that day, a silent witness to the transformation about to unfold. The immediate effect on Konoha's defenses was transformative. Seals began appearing everywhere, guarding vital scrolls, protecting key locations within the village, even in the training grounds where young ninjas honed their skills. The villagers started to feel safer, more secure with these invisible layers of protection surrounding them like a cocoon woven from ancient lore. Yet as we reflect on this momentous event, it is important to consider the subtle shifts that occurred beneath the surface. These powerful techniques, while offering immense benefits, also introduced complexities and dependencies that would challenge the traditional ways of Konoha's shinobi culture. What were the first encounters like for those tasked with mastering these ancient arts? How did their lives change as they delved deeper into this new world of sealing? And what unforeseen consequences might have begun to emerge even in those early days? The answers to these questions lie in the layers of history waiting to be uncovered. As we continue our journey through time, let us keep an eye on the delicate balance that was tipping with each passing day. A balance between progress and tradition, power and responsibility. This was not just about introducing new tools for warfare or defense. It marked a shift in how Konoha would interact with its own chakra, shaping the very essence of what it meant to be a shinobi. Imagine walking through the bustling streets of Konoha, the air filled with the scent of blooming cherry blossoms, and the chatter of villagers going about their day. In this vibrant tapestry of life, the Uzumaki Clan sealing techniques have woven themselves into the very fabric of daily existence. For the shinobi, these techniques offer a powerful tool to protect and serve. Think about how a scroll can now hold an entire arsenal, ready at a moment's notice. The ease with which they can store chakra-infused items for missions has transformed their efficiency and effectiveness in battle. But it's not just the warriors who benefit. Civilians have also seen changes that make daily life easier. Can you picture the convenience of storing large amounts of food or supplies in tiny containers? Or perhaps a medical kit with all necessary components compacted within a single seal? And what about safety measures around the village? The Uzumaki seals have allowed for more secure containment and storage of dangerous materials, reducing risks to the community. It's as if these seals are guardians, silently protecting the villagers from unseen threats. Now, let's delve deeper into the heart of Konoha, where you might encounter a mother teaching her child how to use basic sealing techniques for everyday tasks. Or maybe a group of friends sharing stories, while admiring a beautifully crafted seal on a piece of artwork or furniture. The influence extends even further, reaching into educational institutions. Children learn early about these seals and the importance they hold in maintaining balance and safety within the village. It's a lesson passed down through generations, each one adding their own understanding to the legacy left by the Uzumaki Clan. In essence, the Uzumaki sealing techniques have become as integral to Konoha as its own foundations, quietly shaping the lives of everyone who calls it home. In the bustling streets of Konoha, a subtle shift has been woven into the fabric of daily life. The advanced sealing techniques pioneered by the Uzumaki Clan have quietly transformed not just our ninja tactics, but also the economic landscape. Imagine walking through the market and noticing new shops popping up overnight, their signs glowing with symbols of power and promise. These are the specialized merchants dealing in seals, crafting, selling, and repairing them. A whole economy has blossomed around these intricate arts. Artisans who once made simple tools now create elaborate seal arrays for protection or transportation. This shift isn't just about new product, it's about a change in how we value skills and craftsmanship within our community. As we wander through the market, we might see apprentices learning from masters, honing their abilities to weave complex seals into everyday objects, clothing, weapons, even household items.
These young learners are the future of this burgeoning field. Their knowledge is valuable as any scroll in the Hokage's office. The economic ripple effects extend beyond just these artisans and their craft. There's a new demand for materials used in sealing techniques, rare minerals, special papers, and other components that weren't valued before but now hold immense importance. Even our agricultural sector has seen changes. Farmers have started producing herbs and grains specifically tailored to be used in certain seals. The fields of Konoha are no longer just sources of food, they've become essential suppliers for the growing industry. Inns and taverns are filled with whispers of new trade routes opening up, where goods and services related to sealing techniques are exchanged. Merchants now travel far and wide to bring back these specialized components, further enriching our marketplaces. These changes haven't just altered how we view work, but have also influenced social dynamics. We're seeing a rise in guilds dedicated to the craft of seals, masterful communities where knowledge is shared and skills are celebrated. As we reflect on these transformations, it's clear that the Uzumaki Clan's contributions extend far beyond their immediate applications. They've woven an entire tapestry of opportunity into the very fabric of Konoha's economy. In every corner of our village, there's a story to be told about how sealing techniques have touched lives and livelihoods. And as we continue on this path, it's fascinating to consider what new markets and job opportunities might emerge in the future.
As we delve deeper into the fabric of Konoha, it becomes evident that the Uzumaki Clan's sealing techniques have done more than just add tools to our arsenal. They've subtly reshaped the very social dynamics within our village. Imagine a web, where each thread represents a relationship or a connection. Now picture how these threads tighten and shift with the introduction of new and powerful abilities like those of the Uzumaki Clan seals. It's not just about who can wield what, it's about how these powers influence who we are around, whom we trust, and how we navigate our daily lives. The Uzumaki Clan brought a kind of prestige with them, one that was both admired and envied. Their techniques were awe-inspiring, yet the possession of such power also created a divide between those who had it and those who did not. It's like a river running through Konoha, beautiful and essential, but also something to be wary of. Consider how trust might shift when someone has access to seals that can both protect and manipulate. The bonds we form become more layered, filled with nuances of respect, fear, or perhaps a bit of skepticism. Relationships aren't just built on friendship anymore. They're also forged in the crucible of power dynamics.
And what about our children? How do they view their elders who possess these seals?
Do they see them as mentors and protectors, or are they undercurrents of unease, a sense that even those closest to us might wield powers that could change everything?
In exploring these changes, we also uncover the ways in which fear and admiration can intertwine.
The community looks up to those who master the sealing techniques with a mix of awe and perhaps a touch of envy. Yet this very complexity adds depth to our social fabric, making it both richer and more intricate. It's almost poetic how something designed for good protection, enhancement, control has become a catalyst for such profound shifts in our interpersonal connections.
The Uzumaki Clan's techniques have not only changed the tools we use, but also the way we interact with each other. In essence, the village of Konoha has evolved. Our social structures are different now, reflecting both the strengths and tensions that come from living alongside such powerful abilities. And while this evolution is ongoing, it invites us to reflect on how much more these seals have changed our community than we initially realized. The air in Konoha has a certain weight to it today, as if the very fabric of our village is strained under the pressures we impose on it. We've woven our lives around the Uzumaki Clan's sealing techniques, harnessing their power for defense and resource management. But have we considered what toll these practices take on our environment? Imagine a forest where each tree stands tall and green, thriving in its ecosystem. Now picture the same scene, but with trees that have been stripped of their life force, drained to feed powerful seals. It's a sobering image, one that reveals the unsustainable nature of our resource depletion. Seals require chakra to function, which is drawn from a variety of sources, natural elements, living beings, even the earth itself. As we tap into these reservoirs, we're not just borrowing energy, we're siphoning it away at an alarming rate. And what happens when those reserves run dry? The question isn't just theoretical. Waste management in our village is another critical issue that often goes unnoticed. Seals are tools of containment, but they also create waste residues and byproducts that must be dealt with carefully. Where do these go? What kind of long-term effects might this have on the environment? Consider a river flowing through Konoha, clear and pure. Now envision it slowly turning murky, tainted by the runoff from improperly disposed seal residues. The water we drink, the soil we grow our crops in, they're all interconnected, part of an ecosystem that is increasingly burdened by our practices. In the silence between missions and during the calm moments of reflection, let us ponder these questions. What are we willing to sacrifice for convenience? Can we find a balance between utilizing sealing techniques and preserving the environment? The answers lie not just in regulation, but in awareness. We must recognize that every seal we cast has consequences, both seen and unseen. By acknowledging this, perhaps we can move towards more sustainable practices. Let's take a moment to appreciate the world around us. The trees, the rivers, the air we breathe. And commit to safeguarding it for future generations. Because ultimately, Konoha's fabric is not just made of stone and wood, but of the very earth beneath our feet and the sky above us. Imagine a world where every new invention, every leap in technology, is built upon an ancient foundation. The Uzumaki Clan sealing techniques have been that bedrock for generations, their innovation shaping the very fabric of Konoha. These techniques, once hidden and arcane, now underpin so much of what we take for granted. They've spurred a technological shift, one that has woven itself into every aspect of life in Konoha. From the simplest storage scrolls to the complex seals used by our ninja in battle, each advancement builds on the last, creating an intricate web of dependency. Consider how different things might be without these technologies. Would we still have the same level of efficiency and security? Or would we find ourselves struggling with more primitive methods, lacking the sophistication that now defines us? The wonder of it all is not just in what has been created, but in the unseen thread connecting each invention to the past. It's like a river flowing from an ancient spring, nourishing the land as it moves forward. And yet there's also a sense of vulnerability in this reliance. We've grown accustomed to these tools, to the ease and power. But what happens if they were suddenly taken away? How would we adapt? How would we thrive without them? This dependency isn't just on physical devices, but on the knowledge and skill required to maintain and improve upon them. Generations of shinobi have honed their craft around these techniques, make our community stronger, more interconnected than ever. But with such reliance comes a certain fragility. The Uzumaki Clan's mastery is not infinite. It too must grow and evolve, facing new challenges and threats. And so, we stand at the edge of a technological cliff, both exhilarated by what we've achieved, and mindful of the steps we take next. The journey ahead will undoubtedly be filled with more innovations, more wonders to uncover. But as we move forward, let us remember where our strength comes from. The ancient roots that give rise to all we know today. As we journey deeper into the heart of Konoha, let's pause for a moment to reflect upon the cultural shifts that have taken place. The once vibrant tapestry of traditions and rituals began to fade in the shadow of the Uzumaki Clan's sealing techniques. Imagine the bustling market squares where artisans would gather, their hands moving with the grace of ancient craftsmen.
passing down skills from generation to generation.
Now many of these crafts are lost, replaced by the efficiency of modern techniques. The sense of community that once thrived in village gatherings has been somewhat diluted. Festivals and ceremonies that celebrated the unique heritage of Konoha have slowly diminished, overshadowed by the allure and utility of advanced sealing jutsu. Could it be that progress comes at a cost? Could it be that with each new scroll filled with complex seals, we lose a piece of our identity, a fragment of our history? In many ways, this transformation has been gradual, almost imperceptible. Young shinobi now train in the art of sealing, their minds and bodies attuned to the power contained within these ancient symbols. Yet something intangible is lost, a connection to the roots that once grounded us. The stories told around campfires handed down through generations whisper of a time when honor was not just measured by strength or skill, but also by respect for tradition. Today, those tales are few and far between, often eclipsed by the more immediate concerns of battle tactics and strategic alliances. And so, we find ourselves at a crossroads, where the path forward is paved with efficiency and power, yet marked by the fading footprints of our ancestors. Can we honor both the new and the old? Can we preserve what remains while embracing the future?
Perhaps it's time to reconsider how we integrate these powerful techniques into the fabric of Konoha, ensuring that in our quest for strength and progress we do not forget the rich tapestry from which we emerged. As we delve deeper into the fabric of Konoha, it becomes clear that the very seals used to protect us can also pose unforeseen dangers. Imagine for a moment the intricate network of chakra lines running through our village, each one a testament to the ingenuity and power of the Uzumaki Clan's sealing techniques. Now envision these same lines as potential conduits for malevolent forces. In the hands of an enemy with sufficient knowledge, these seals could become tools of infiltration, undermining the very security they were meant to ensure. Think about it. If a seal is compromised, what then? The consequences could ripple through our community, causing damage far beyond what we can currently fathom. Consider, for instance, the scenario where a rogue ninja manages to alter a key seal protecting one of our vital locations. How would we even know such an alteration had occurred until it was too late? The subtlety and complexity of these seals make them both powerful allies and formidable risks. Moreover, the reliance on a single clan's expertise could prove to be a vulnerability in itself. What if that knowledge were ever lost or withheld? Would our village be left defenseless against threats we cannot even conceive?
These are questions that linger at the edge of our collective consciousness, whispering warnings of potential disaster. It is this delicate balance between security and risk that makes us pause and reflect on the true cost of our reliance on sealing techniques. The shadows cast by these powerful tools serve as a reminder of the unseen dangers lurking beneath the surface. As we delve deeper into the intricate tapestry of Konoha's development, let's explore a subtle but profound change that began to ripple through its educational system. The young ninjas of this village were not only taught the traditional skills of chakra control and weapons mastery, they were also introduced to a new curriculum centered around the Uzumaki Clan's sealing techniques. Imagine walking into the Konoha Academy one crisp morning, your mind eager for knowledge. You notice something different about today's class schedule. Instead of just shuriken throwing or taijutsu practice, there are now classes dedicated to understanding seals. It starts with basic symbols and their meanings, slowly building up to complex combinations that can empower tools and weapons beyond anything previously imagined. These lessons weren't just theoretical. Students were encouraged to experiment, creating simple seals on scrolls and weapons, learning the importance of precision and patience. Over time, as they mastered these skills, a new generation of shinobi emerged, uniquely equipped with an understanding of the hidden forces that could shape the very fabric of reality itself. But it wasn't just about practical application.
The Uzumaki techniques opened up discussions on ethics and responsibility. When you wield such powerful tools, when do you use them? How far is too far? These weren't questions easily answered, but they were important ones to ponder. And so, in the heart of Konoha, amidst its bustling streets and towering structures, there was a quiet revolution happening. It wasn't marked by battles or dramatic changes in policy, but rather by small, incremental shifts in how the village approached education and training. The young ninjas of today learned that every seal they created had the potential to shape their world. They were not just students. They were custodians of a legacy that would define Konoha's future. And as they moved from one lesson to another, they carried with them the wonder and curiosity that comes with uncovering new truths. In this way, the educational fabric of Konoha subtly adapted, weaving in the Uzumaki Clan sealing techniques to create a stronger, more resilient community. It was a change born out of necessity, but nurtured by a sense of awe at what could be achieved when ancient knowledge meets modern application. In the heart of Konoha, beneath the bustling streets and hidden among the whispers of daily life, lies a concern that few dare to speak about openly. The intricate art of sealing techniques, so vital to the Uzumaki Clan's legacy, carries with it unseen burdens on those who wield its power. Imagine for a moment the strain on one's body as they channel chakra into complex seals.
Every time the symbols flare to life, they draw not just from the user's physical energy, but also the mental fortitude. The cost of this power can be seen in the fatigue etched deeply into the lines around the eyes and the trembling hands that once moved with such grace. The toll of one's mind is perhaps even more insidious. Picture a shinobi, focused intently on maintaining the delicate balance required by these seals. Over time, it's not just the physical body that bears the weight. The psyche begins to shift under the pressure. The constant mental exertion can lead to paranoia, anxiety, and in some cases, severe emotional distress. Yet how many of us truly stop to consider what this means for our fellow shinobi? How often do we notice a colleague's sudden silence or a friend's increased isolation as signs of strain rather than mere fatigue from missions? And let's not forget the more visible effects. Some might dismiss the dark circles under their eyes as a simple mark of dedication, but they can be early warnings of something much deeper. The toll of one's physical health, with ailments ranging from chronic pain to sleep disorders, is often overlooked in favor of praising our shinobi for their unwavering commitment. Perhaps it's time we began to listen more closely to these silent cries for help. Imagine if Konoha could provide support and resources to address the mental and physical tolls. How might that change the landscape of our village, turning potential burdens into strengths? In the end, it's not just about the power we wield, but also how we care for ourselves in the process. As much as sealing techniques have shaped us, let us also be mindful guardians of our own well-being. As we delve deeper into the intricate fabric of Konoha, it's impossible not to notice the subtle yet profound influence the Uzumaki clan has had over the village's political landscape. Imagine a web spun so intricately that each strand seems invisible until you see how they all connect. That is the essence of the Uzumaki's role. Their lineage, marked by a unique mastery of sealing techniques, has always set them apart from other clans. These techniques are not just tools for battle, but also potent symbols of power and trust within Konoha's leadership. The clan's involvement in governance is rooted in this very aspect, their ability to seal away threats, both external and internal.
Consider the council meetings where the whispers of Uzumaki advisors carry weight. Their insights are sought after not just because of their strategic acumen, but also due to the respect garnered from generations of loyalty and sacrifice. Each Uzumaki leader who has taken a seat at the council table brings with them the legacy of their ancestors, whose names are etched into the annals of Konoha's history.
But power comes with its shadows. The clan's influence is often questioned, even criticized by those who fear the concentration of such potent abilities in one family line. It's a delicate balance they must maintain, walking the fine line between being indispensable allies and potential threats. Think about how trust works within any political structure. Their reputation for integrity has been their strongest asset, but it is also a fragile thread that could snap under pressure from those who seek to undermine them. The power dynamics are not just about influence, they are about the subtle art of persuasion and the silent strength of legacy. In these council chambers where decisions shape the future, the Uzumaki's presence is felt long after their voices have faded. It's in the way alliances are formed, pacts sealed, and loyalties tested. Their role in governance isn't just a matter of formal titles, but of being the quiet architects who lay the foundation for Konoha's enduring strength. Yet, as with any political power, there is always a cost. The very techniques that give them such influence also make their actions subject to intense scrutiny. Each seal they place on the fabric of Konoha's policies and alliances comes at a price, one that must be weighed carefully against the potential for betrayal or misuse of power. In this intricate dance of politics and power, the Uzumaki clan is both participant and observer, a force that shapes and is shaped by the complex web of Konoha's governance.
Their story continues to weave through the very fabric of the village, a testament to their enduring influence and the delicate balance they must maintain. As we delve deeper into the intricate tapestry of Konoha's history, one cannot help but ponder the moral implications woven within it. The Uzumaki clan's sealing techniques, though powerful and essential to the village's defense, raise profound ethical dilemmas that have lingered in the shadows for centuries. Imagine standing at the edge of a great canyon, looking down into its abyss. On one side lies the necessity of protecting countless lives, and on the other, the heavy burden of altering the very fabric of existence. This balance is not easily struck, nor is it without consequence. Can we justify the use of these techniques if they come at the cost of our moral compass? What does it mean to safeguard a village when the methods used themselves challenge the sanctity of life and spirit? In exploring this conundrum, we must also consider the individuals behind these techniques. How do they grapple with their own internal struggles? Do they feel empowered by their abilities or weighed down by the ethical burdens that come with them? The stories of those who have wielded these seals are filled with moments of triumph and despair. They are tales of warriors who in the heat of battle must make split-second decisions that could alter not only their own destinies but also those of countless others. Yet we cannot ignore the impact with those less directly involved. What does it do to a community when its members carry such heavy burdens? How does this affect the collective conscience of Konoha? As we reflect on these questions, we must remember that every decision comes with consequences. The ethical landscape is not clear-cut, but rather a complex web of choices and outcomes. In the quiet moments of reflection, one wonders if there could be another way, a path that avoids such moral quandaries while still ensuring safety and security. Yet the reality of war and conflict often leaves little room for such idealistic thoughts. The ethical dilemmas surrounding these techniques are not easily resolved. They challenge us to look within ourselves and question what we truly value, our principles or our survival. In this contemplative journey, let us remember that sometimes the hardest questions have no easy answers. In the heart of Konoha, a quiet murmuring began to spread, like ripples in a still pond. People whispered about the growing reliance on the Uzumaki Clan's sealing techniques, and a sense of unease settled over many. Critics emerged, their voices at first tentative but gradually gaining strength. They questioned whether these powerful methods were truly as beneficial as they seemed. Were there hidden costs to such potent magic? Astonishingly, some even wondered if the intricate seals were reshaping the very fabric of Konoha itself. The traditional shinobi arts, honed over generations, started feeling overshadowed by the brilliance and complexity of the Uzumaki techniques. One voice that stood out was that of an elderly sensei who had witnessed the evolution of sealing techniques firsthand. He would often mumble to his students about the delicate balance between innovation and tradition, cautioning them against becoming too reliant on any one method. Why must we always seek new ways when our old ones are tried and true? He asked rhetorically, a hint of frustration in his tone. Do we not risk losing touch with what makes us truly strong? As the debate simmered, stories began to circulate about unforeseen consequences. Tales were told of families struggling to adapt, their bonds strained by the constant push towards mastering new techniques. Then it was the matter of resources. The clan's extensive use of rare materials and immense chakra consumption stirred up concerns over sustainability. Are we depleting our reserves? Some whispered. Will future generations pay the price for our present convenience? Amidst these murmurs, a few brave souls stepped forward to voice their opinions publicly. They organized small gatherings, sharing their doubts and fears in quiet corners of tea houses or secluded training grounds. The resistance was growing, fueled by a deep-seated concern that the allure of power might blind them to other paths. Are we so quick to embrace change, one critic asked aloud, her voice tinged with sorrow, that we forget the value of what already exists? This undercurrent of dissent, while subtle, hinted at a broader awakening. It was a call for reflection, a reminder that every choice has its consequences, and no technique is without cost. We stand at the crossroads where progress meets its price.
The Uzumaki Clan's sealing techniques have been a beacon of advancement for Konoha, but their true cost is not so easily quantified. Imagine a village that once thrived on simplicity and tradition. Now envision the same place, teetering on the brink of transformation, its fabric strained by the weight of innovation. It's in these moments we must pause to reflect.
At what point does progress become too costly?
Culturally, the embrace of Uzumaki techniques has not come without consequence. The influx of new methods and philosophies has diluted some of Konoha's cherished customs.
We can hear it in the fading chants during ancient ceremonies, see it in the way young shinobi prioritize efficiency over ritual. Socially, the impact is just as profound. Families have been torn apart by differing views on how far to push these techniques. Some argue for a more cautious approach, while others are eager to harness every ounce of power at our fingertip.
These divides run deep and threaten the unity that has long been Konoha's greatest strength. And what of personal sacrifices? The strain on individual shinobi cannot be overstated. The mastery of Uzumaki techniques requires immense focus and dedication, often at the expense of personal relationships and well-being. The toll is visible in the weary eyes of those who devote their lives to these crafts. Yet, despite all this, we mustn't forget that progress itself can bring about a new kind of richness. New alliances are forged, knowledge expands, and possibilities open up. But at what cost? And do we have the resilience to bear it? In this contemplative journey, we find ourselves asking, is the true cost one worth paying? Or will our eagerness for advancement come back to haunt us in ways yet unforeseen? These questions linger as we move forward, a reminder that every step towards progress carries with it an undercurrent of sacrifice. As we step into the aftermath of an era marked by the powerful yet costly sealing techniques wielded by the Uzumaki Clan, we find ourselves amidst the quiet hum of recovery. The village of Konoha, once bustling with the energy of ancient magic and forbidden jutsu, now seeks to mend its fabric, one thread at a time. The scars left behind are deep, etched into the very soul of the community. But it is in these wounds that we find the strength to grow anew. The rebuilding process begins with quiet determination, a gentle push forward. fueled by the resilience and unity of its people. We walk through the village, our senses alive to the subtle shifts. The air carries whispers of change, conversations of those who seek to understand what was lost, and how to reclaim a sense of safety. Each step on the cobblestone paths tells a story of endurance, a testament to the spirit that defines Konoha. In the heart of the village there stands an old monument, its surface worn by time but etched with memories. It is here that we gather, not just to remember, but to honor the past and embrace the future. The Uzumaki Clan's techniques brought immense power, but also great peril. Now, the villagers are learning to rebuild without fear, finding balance in their new reality. The rebuilding efforts extend beyond mere physical reconstruction. It is a spiritual journey as well. We reach out to heal the emotional wounds, nurturing hope and fostering a sense of community that binds us together. The village elders share stories of strength and survival, weaving them into the fabric of everyday life. As we rebuild, we ask ourselves, how do we preserve the lessons learned without losing sight of what made Konoha strong in the first place? How can we harness resilience to create something even greater than before? These questions guide us through our journey, reminding us that every challenge is an opportunity for growth.
The village slowly regains its vibrancy. Children play in the streets, the laughter a balm to the lingering echoes of past turmoil. In this new phase, each smile and shared moment are precious reminders of what we've overcome and how far we still can go, together. And so, as Konoha rebuilds, it does not merely rise from its ashes, that transforms into something even more resilient and unified. We stand on the threshold of a new era, guided by the wisdom of those who came before us and the boundless potential that lies ahead.
The hidden costs of the Uzumaki Clan sealing techniques have left a lasting imprint on Konoha.
Let us reflect on what we've uncovered and consider the lessons that can guide us forward. Firstly, it is clear that power comes with responsibility. The intricate seals designed by the Uzumaki were meant to protect, but in doing so, they also imposed unforeseen burdens upon our village. This teaches us to always weigh the potential consequences of our actions, no matter how noble their intent may be. Another lesson is the importance of transparency and communication within a community. The intricate workings behind these seals were not fully understood by all, leading to unintended impacts on Konoha's fabric. We must foster environments where knowledge is shared freely, ensuring that every member can contribute to informed decision-making. Moreover, we learned that even the most well-intentioned innovations can have complex repercussions. The Uzumaki Clan's contributions to our village were invaluable, yet the sealing techniques also brought challenges and changes that we could not foresee. This reminds us of the delicate balance between progress and tradition, innovation and preservation. In contemplating these lessons, we are reminded of the intricate connections that bind a community together. Each action, no matter how small, can ripple through our society in ways both seen and unseen. It is essential to approach each decision with care and consideration for its long-term impact on Konoha. As future generations navigate similar challenges, let them be guided by these reflections. The wisdom of the past should serve as a beacon, illuminating the path forward while also cautioning against potential pitfalls. May our community grow stronger, wiser, and more resilient because of what we have learned from the Uzumaki Clan's legacy. In closing, let us embrace this knowledge not just to avoid repeating the same mistakes, but to build upon it in a way that honors both the past and envisions a future where every thread strengthens the fabric of our beloved Konoha. The hidden costs of the Uzumaki Clan sealing techniques have revealed a complex web of effects on Konoha. Each thread we've examined, from economic strain to social tension and beyond, intertwines in ways that shape our village profoundly. Imagine for a moment, standing atop the Hokage Monument, looking out over the bustling streets below, every person you see carrying their own story.
Consider how the intricate seals not only empower, but also burden the clan members with responsibilities that ripple through generations. The power they wield becomes both a blessing and a curse, demanding sacrifices that often go unseen. Economic pressures caused by these techniques have strained resources, shifting priorities within Konoha's infrastructure. As more chakra is funneled into sealing projects, less goes towards community development, leading to uneven growth. It's as if the village is stretching itself thin, like a canvas pulled too taut over its frame. Socially, the stigma and isolation experienced by those with sealing prowess create rifts within families and between clans. This division fosters mistrust and misunderstanding, which can fester into deeper wounds unless tended to carefully. The cumulative effect of all these impacts is a village under stress, grappling with internal conflicts while maintaining its outward facade of unity and strength. We must remember that beneath the bustling life there lies a delicate balance, fragile yet resilient. Understanding these hidden costs allows us to address them more thoughtfully. By acknowledging the interconnectedness of each impact, we can work towards solutions that benefit everyone in Konoha. Imagine a future where the Uzumaki Clan's sealing techniques are embraced not just for their power, but also for their potential to unite rather than divide. This vision is within reach if we approach these challenges with empathy and understanding.
In this journey of discovery, let us hold on to hope that through our collective efforts, Konoha can thrive. Its fabric strengthened by the threads we weave together, each one integral to the whole. In the quiet of the night, when the stars above Konoha twinkle like distant memories, I often find myself contemplating what lies ahead.
The Uzumaki Clan's sealing techniques have brought both glory and strife to our village over the years. Their mastery has pushed us into new realms of possibility, yet
It has also left deep scars upon our communal fabric.
we stand at a crossroads, where tradition and technology must find a harmonious balance if we are to thrive in an uncertain future. Imagine for a moment a world where our ancient practices blend seamlessly with the innovative spirit of today, where every scroll of chakra and seal is imbued not just with power, but also with wisdom, respect, and caution. How can we ensure that as we harness these powerful tools, we do so responsibly? What lessons from our past can guide us in creating a future where progress does not come at the cost of our soul? We must look to the stories of those who have walked this path before us, whose triumphs and tragedies serve as beacons. The tale of Uzumaki Mido, for example, reminds us of the immense responsibility that comes with wielding such power.
Mido's journey teaches us that balance is not a fixed point, but a continuous effort to navigate between extremes. It requires us to listen to the whispers of our ancestors while embracing the winds of change. As we move forward, let us strive to build bridges rather than walls, fostering an environment where tradition and technology can coexist in harmony. Let us remember that every seal we place is not just a tool, but a pledge to protect what truly matters. In this quest for balance, may we find strength in our past, courage in our present, and wisdom in shaping the future. For it is through thoughtful stewardship of both old and new that Konoha can continue to stand as a beacon of hope and resilience. Imagine for a moment that you are standing at the edge of a vast, ancient forest. The trees reach up into the sky like the spires of an old cathedral, each one whispering secrets in the wind. Now what about the Uzumaki Clan and their mastery over sealing techniques? These powerful methods have shaped Konoha's very fabric, but they also carry hidden costs. Consider how technology has woven itself into your life, much like these ancient trees. It's easy to overlook the subtle ways it alters our interactions, our memories, perhaps even our identities. Just as the Uzumaki Clan's techniques serve both to protect and to constrain, so too does our reliance on technology create its own intricate web.
What if we pause for a moment to reflect? What stories do these technologies tell about who we are today? And what might they say about where we're headed? Think of a time when you felt truly present, unburdened by the constant buzz and ping of digital life. Was it in nature, perhaps? Or with loved ones? How does that sense of presence compare to your daily interactions mediated through screens and devices? As we ponder these questions, let's also consider our connection to culture. Each generation adds its own layer to the tapestry of society, often at the expense of older traditions. The Uzumaki Clan's techniques have long been celebrated for power, but they too come with a price tag, a hidden cost that may not be immediately apparent.
What do you cherish most about your cultural heritage? And how are these values being preserved in an increasingly digital world? Is there a balance to be struck between progress and tradition? Let's embrace this quiet space, where we can explore the nuances of our relationship with technology and culture. It's a journey that starts within us, as we consider what truly matters, much like the Uzumaki Clan must navigate their own path forward in Konoha. In the stillness, perhaps you find a renewed appreciation for the complexities of progress and preservation. As we move through life, let's be mindful of these threads, both ancient and modern, that shape our journey.
In the quiet moments before dawn, as the village of Konoha begins to stir with life, we find ourselves at the crossroads of tradition and progress. The Uzumaki Clan sealing techniques have long been a cornerstone of our community's strength, but as new technologies emerge, a question lingers in the air. How do we embrace innovation without losing touch with our roots? Imagine standing on a bridge that spans two rivers. One side carries the waters of ancient traditions, pure and unspoiled by time. On the other side, modern technology races forward like a swift current, eager to carry us into an uncertain future. How do we navigate this divide? Can we find a path that allows both currents to flow without compromising their essence? The Uzumaki Clan's techniques are not just tools. They are stories carved in stone, passed down through generations, woven into the very fabric of our culture. Each seal tells a tale of resilience and ingenuity. But as new methods promise efficiency and power, we must pause to consider what we hold dear.
What would happen if we lost sight of where we come from?
Would the essence of who we are begin to erode with each passing day? Or could it be that by integrating these technologies thoughtfully, we can enhance our heritage rather than diminish it?
The answer may lie in a thoughtful dialogue between past and future. We must listen to the whispers of history while also embracing the possibilities on the horizon.
Can we create something new that honors both sides of this equation? Perhaps the key is not to view progress as an enemy, but as a partner. By respecting our traditions and allowing them to inform our actions, we can ensure that innovation serves us rather than swallows us whole. As we move forward, let us carry with us the wisdom of those who came before. Let their voices guide us, blending past and future into a harmony that enriches our world. Only then will we truly find balance on this journey, where the art of sealing meets the art of living.
As we close this journey through the complexities of the Uzumaki Clan sealing techniques, it's important to reflect on what we've uncovered. The intricate web of benefits and drawbacks is a tapestry woven with both light and shadow. Each technique that strengthens our defenses also carries unseen burdens. Imagine for a moment a powerful seal, crafted by an ancient sage. It holds immense power, but at the cost of hidden fractures in the very fabric it protects. This duality teaches us to be vigilant, not just against external threats, but also mindful of the subtle ways in which our solutions can sow seeds of future challenges. Understanding these hidden costs is like peeling back layers of an onion. Each layer reveals new insights, sometimes with a sting that brings tears to our eyes.
But it's through this very process of uncovering and acknowledging the complexities that we can truly appreciate the depth and richness of our world. In embracing both the light and shadow, we nurture a more balanced perspective. It's not about discarding what has been built, but rather enhancing our awareness so that we can make more informed decisions moving forward. So let us carry this knowledge with us as we venture forth, ever mindful of the delicate balance between progress and preservation. By doing so, we honor those who came before us, while also paving a safer path for generations to come. As we weave through the complexities of our journey, let's pause for a moment to consider what it truly means to preserve. The Uzumaki Clan, with their sealing techniques, brought immense power and innovation to Konoha, but with every advancement, there was always a cost. Imagine a village where each stone, each tree, carries a piece of history. Each seal placed upon the fabric of Konoha leaves an imprint, both visible and invisible. We've seen how the clan's techniques have altered the very essence of our home, sometimes for better, other times with unintended consequences. In this tapestry we call Konoha, it's easy to get lost in the threads of progress. Each new seal, each new technique brings us closer to achieving what we strive for, but at what cost? Do we remember where we came from while reaching for what lies ahead? This balance is delicate, like walking a tightrope between tradition and innovation. Every decision made can sway our path in unforeseen ways. We must always be mindful of the weight of our actions. As we contemplate these questions, let's turn to the words of an elder.
A village is not just built by bricks and mortar. It's woven with the threads of its people's history, the dreams and the sacrifices. These are powerful reminders that no matter how advanced or modern we become, our roots should always be cherished. It's a call to remember who we were while embracing what we can become. In closing, let us hold on to this.
The true strength of Konoha lies not in the power of its seals, but in the wisdom of preserving its heart.
Let these words resonate deeply within each one of us as we continue on our journey. As we come to the end of our journey through the complex world of the Uzumaki Clan and their sealing techniques, let us pause for a moment and reflect on what we've uncovered. We've seen how even the most advanced technologies can have unforeseen consequences, reshaping not just the fabric of a village, but the very essence of its people. Consider this, in our own modern world. The rapid pace of technological progress often blinds us to its deeper impacts.
Just as the Uzumaki Clan's techniques altered Konoha in ways they never intended, how many of today's innovations might be subtly reshaping society beneath our awareness? Imagine a smartphone that not only connects us but also isolates us from the immediate tactile experiences of life. Or social media platforms that bring people together but often at the cost of fostering superficial connections and eroding genuine human interaction. It is in this reflection that we find a call to action. Let's be more conscious consumers of technology, aware of both its promise and peril. As we integrate new tools into our daily lives, let us do so with an eye toward their broader implications. What if we could approach each new gadget or app not just as a means to simplify our lives, but also as a potential influence of the fabric of our communities? Could this awareness help us mitigate some of the hidden costs before they become entrenched? Let's encourage dialogue around these issues, not with fear or resistance, but with curiosity and an open mind. By doing so, we can harness technology for the greater good while safeguarding the values that make life rich and meaningful. In closing, remember this. Every advancement comes with a price. Our challenge is to be vigilant, thoughtful stewards of our own technological landscape. Let us move forward with wisdom and purpose, guided by a deep understanding of both the power and the potential pitfalls of progress.
Thank you for joining me on this journey into the hidden corners of innovation and consequence. Until next time. May your paths be clear, and your choices well considered.